Good, happy Saturday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to your entertainment news with Riley King. Let's begin. First up, Stones postpone tour as Jagger receives medical treatment. The Rolling Stones are postponing their latest tour so Mick Jagger can receive medical treatment. The band announced Saturday that Jagger was told by doctors he cannot go on tour at this time. The band added that Jagger is expected to make a complete recovery so that he can get back on stage as soon as possible. No more details about 75-year-old Jagger's conditions were provided. The Stones' No Filter Tour was expected to start April 20th in Miami. Other stops included Jacksonville, Florida, Houston, the New Orleans Jazz Festival, Pasadena, and St. Clair in California, Seattle, Denver, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Foxborough, Massachusetts, East Rutherford, New Jersey, Chicago, and Ontario, Canada. I really hate letting you down like this, Jagger tweeted Saturday. I'm devastated for having to postpone the tour, but I will be working very hard to get back on stage as soon as I can. Tour promoters AEG Presents and Concert West advise ticket holders to hold on to their existing tickets because will be validated for the rescheduled dates. And we wish Mick Jagger the very best on his surgery. Jesse Smollett, attorney, shared new details on dropped charges. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Details emerging tonight in the Jussie Smollett case, the complex legal drama that has been testing the relationship between prosecution and police as the Cook County prosecutor stands by her decision to drop charges against the Empire star. The latest from ABC's Ariel Reshef.
Jussie Smollett surfacing in L.A.
Fans already know how much I love.
But a no-show at a pre-event for tonight's NAACP Image Awards, nominated for Best Supporting Role in a Drama.
Jussie Smollett.
Now, added fallout from the embattled actor's real-life legal saga. His attorney, Mark Garagos, claiming on the Reasonable Doubt podcast it was prosecutors who proposed a deal to drop the 16-count indictment.
So all I know is they approached us about dismissing it, and not the other way around.
It comes as state's attorney Kim Foxx doubles down on the decision not to prosecute Smollett. Writing in the Chicago Tribune, there were specific aspects of the evidence and testimony that would have made securing a conviction against Smollett uncertain, adding these cases are routinely resolved, particularly involving suspects with no prior criminal record, long before a case ever nears a courtroom.
And I think it's hard for people to realize that justice takes many forms, and this is a form that we utilize in this case.
Chicago police maintaining Smollett staged the so-called racist assault. The chief incensed by the lack of trial, saying in a new statement, "I stand behind the conclusions of the independent grand jury." Smollett forfeiting the $10,000 bond money he'd paid, but the mayor demanding he repay the city $130,000 for the investigation.
Given that he doesn't feel any sense of contrition and remorse, my recommendation is when he writes the check, in the memo section, he can put the word, "I'm accountable," for the hoax.
While Smollett maintains his innocence, the state's attorney says dropping the charges was not an exoneration. She also says which she welcomes an outside investigation into this case.
A lot of people waiting to see if that happens.
Yep.
Ariel, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And as always, we will keep you updated as new information comes into our newsroom. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame indicts 7 new members. Let's take a look at this video from ABC News.
Look who's here. News, Diane Macedo's here, but we also have a guest star, Ron Claiborne.
You're looking good, dude. Come on, let's get cleaned up. I know you're retired and all, but let's get the lint off the jacket.
Friend, Rob Marciano. Thank
What
you.
brings you
Thank
by?
for that.
Just in the neighborhood?
I'm on my way out to Brooklyn to do a career day thing with some high school students, so I stopped by to say hi.
Well, welcome.
Fantastic. Hey,
And you still owe me $20.
I do. I do. I was going to say we love you, we miss you, but now I'm changing my mind. But we do love you, we miss you.
All right.
Great to be back.
Ron, I know you're a fan of live music, and last night
am.
was a big night for music. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted 7 new members overnight. Stevie Nicks performed at the event held at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The inductees were Def Leppard, Janet Jackson, The Cure, Nicks, of course, Radiohead, Roxy Music, and the Zombies. There were some great performances, including that one. Also some interesting speeches, but it was an especially big night for Nicks. Not only did she perform, but she's now the first female artist to be inducted twice. Once for her work with Fleetwood Mac, and now for her solo career as well.
She deserves
Pretty
it.
cool.
Fantastic.
Right?
Well deserved.
Absolutely. Speaking of, Viola Davis has been flying high with a slew of well-deserved great roles and an Oscar win, but now she is literally flying high. Check it out. She posted her getaway in Hawaii with this video on Instagram of skydiving from 12,000 feet. Check out the little sound from that. She's singing This Is How We Do It. She writes in the caption, the ultimate exercise in letting go, tackling my fears and freedom. She also, by the way, let go of pretty much every swear word she knows, I think. A lot of bleeps in the video. I love that we didn't show that. No, yeah. But in the end, she said it was awesome.
Is that what you've been doing in retirement?
That's one thing I won't do.
Yeah, got it.
Never jump out of a plane.
It's a short list of things that Ron won't do.
Yeah.
Hey guys, guess what? The most sarcastic dude you know went to Disney World the other day for a whole week, and I brought some vacation pictures back for you. This is me with Chewbacca, as you'll see. It took me a minute to warm up. Actually, no, that's not me with Chewbacca. That's my son with Alex. That's me with Chewbacca, doing my best newsman face. It took me a little while to warm up, but I have to say, as kind of cynical as I am, when you see your son reacting to these characters, you really do melt.
Absolutely.
You
No, that's
really
really.
do melt. That's the 3 of us on a ride.
I'm digging the T-shirt there, Dan.
Yes, that's about as casual as I get.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah, you don't see the tattoos I have around my bicep because I don't have a bicep. So. How about Ron Claiborne in the house?
How did you say it?
Absolutely. Such a pleasure.
Did pretty well.
Great to see you, Ron.
Okay, and there you go on that GMA Pop News report on Good Morning America this morning. And let's take a look at this video. Dumbo review. Tim Burton remakes is too dark and over the top. Let's take a look at this. A review from entertainment reporter Sandy Kenyon from ABC Eyewitness News in New York City.
Disney's Dumbo is back on the big screen. The original, you may recall, came out decades ago. This one, though, is a new live-action version of the animated classic. So does this adaptation live up to the hype? Eyewitness News entertainment reporter Sandy Kenyon here with his review. Sandy?
Diana, the original Dumbo was released so long ago in 1941, and the cartoon ran only about an hour. So director Tim Burton is free to completely reimagine a new version, a live-action version, as you mentioned, and filter the story through his own unique sensibility. That is to say, make it slightly weird and quite dark. Colin Farrell returns to a circus where he was once a star. But having lost an arm in battle, he's hired back after World War I to take care of the elephants. And while he's been away, his kids have suffered through the death of his wife, their mom. So the movie begins on a downbeat. The boss of the circus, played with great gusto by Danny DeVito, is determined to keep it running and thinks an elephant he has just bought will help. Soon, Mrs. Jumbo gives birth to a baby that comes to be called Dumbo.
He doesn't look like magic to me.
The idea such a creature could fly merely because he is born with big ears is preposterous, of course, but the special effects are convincing enough. The idea he soars after breathing in a feather makes it seem somewhat more probable and injects a will he or won't he be able to fly note of uncertainty.
Fly, little one.
Michael Keaton plays it very broad as an evil impresario determined to make money from Dumbo. He buys the circus and orders his girlfriend, an aerialist played by Eva Green, to fly with the little guy.
For the record, this was not my idea. Dumbo works alone.
So do I.
All this leads up to a big finish that could be quite scary for young kids and was way too over the top for me. Parents will tell you there really are not enough movies for kids aged about 9 or 10 to 12. This one is just for them, a film tweens can call their own. Dumbo is from Disney, owned by the same parent company as ABC7.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that review from Sandy Kenyon. Very cool indeed. And that's it for your entertainment news report with Riley King. Have a wonderful night, everyone. I'll see you back here tomorrow night with another edition of your entertainment news report. Good night, everyone. Bye.